Hey guys, how are you? Today we're going to talk about like a budget way of diffusing fragrance oils, and this is waterless diffusion. This is a different than like the one where you put the water in and the essential oils and it goes for like 4 hours. This is a whole different animal. This is a much better way and more efficient way to diffuse fragrance oils in your house to make your house smell better. Something like this. Now this is kind of a budget one. The ones that I usually review are higher end. They're like $200 or $300 or $400. This is like $75. Also, I will link this down below in the description and pin it as a top comment. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link. So if you do click it, I get a commission, but it makes it easy for you to find and it costs you the same either way. And if you find this helpful, you could help me out. But I think I'd probably get 45 cents if you buy it with my link. So I'd appreciate it. But this, where that water diffuser where you put the water and the essential oils in will last for maybe 4 hours. This will last for days and days and days and like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how much you can fill up in this. It's really about an inch you can fill up. You can't go past those two little glass coils in there if you can't see that. But why would you use something like this? Well, a candle will smell great for a while. But something like this candle can catch your house on fire if you're not around. It's possible. Something like this just sits in the background and just emits a vapor that basically is coming from the fragrance oil. This nebulizes it, which means that it pounds it with air pressure like really hard. That vaporizes it with enough pressure and it like comes out. So this unit is a lot more basic than the more expensive units that I use. This one is just basically an on-off switch with a little bit of variable control with how much is coming out. The ones that I use in my house regularly emit like for a certain amount of seconds. You set it via Bluetooth on an app. You set the amount of seconds you want it on, and then the amount of seconds you want it off, where you can make it last for 2 or 3 months. Where this will probably last like a week and maybe 2 weeks because you can only fill it about an inch full of fluid. The bigger ones have a canister that's, a huge canister you can fill full of like 7 ounces of fluid. This is like maybe a half ounce of fluid you could put in here. It also comes with this tip right here to kind of directionalize the vapor. Although I've noticed that this tip, it in theory should work, but it doesn't create a perfect seal here on this thing. As you'll see here in a second, I'll turn this on. It has a cool light. All this is there is a nebulizing unit down at the bottom in this right here. And then this is just a glass stemmed thing that you put in here. It carries your oil. And then when you turn this on, there's going to be a light that turns on in here. You'll see the light here in a second. You see that light come on in there? Now this is on, let's go to the lowest setting. This is the lowest setting right here that it's on. And you can barely see a little bit of vapor come out. Just a little bit. Now, if I turn this up, this is a variable knob here. Halfway. You can see a lot more come out. If I turn it up all the way, you're going to see a lot more come out. Now, this is the piece that's supposed to directionalize this thing. When I put it in here, it's going to somewhat directionalize it, but you can see all the stuff still leaking around the outside of that, where it's not like this is the main mist, but there's stuff leaking around it. So it doesn't create a perfect seal, so you kind of get what you get. Now, with this, what I would do as far as strategy-wise in your house is you want to have it near a fan. That fan that's like oscillating like in a living room or a bedroom or wherever. And that's going to really amplify the effect of these things. And one thing you'll notice is that after a while of having one of these, you'll think that it's not working because you'll get so used to the smell. You will just assume that it's not working. So you're going to want to switch up your oils every once in a while, your fragrance oils. Okay, so I use Aroma Country. I've been using these type of waterless diffusers ever since I found them maybe 3 years ago. I have some rich friends that built like a fancy loft and they told me about them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how the hotels smell so good. So I started using these diffusers back then, and a lot of the oils, the fragrance oils you would find that are marketed at these diffusers are very expensive. You get the stuff like Aroma 360 or Hotel Collection or whatever those people are, and they're going to charge you so much money for oils, where Aroma Country is much more budget-friendly option. And the only thing you got to worry about with these oils, you have to worry about IFRA standards. Now it'll say right on the bottle that this meets IFRA standards. So IFRA is like the FDA of fragrance. It's International Fragrance Regulation Association. So any fragrance oil, you might see some really cheap stuff out there, but it's probably not IFRA certified. And this is stuff you're going to be breathing in your house. Like I'm sitting right next to this. I have no fear of breathing this stuff in because I know this is good stuff. It's regulated, it's tested, it is good quality stuff. So Be careful when you're buying stuff like this. I'll link some Aroma Country stuff down below. This isn't sponsored by Aroma Country, but this is what I use. This is the best that I've found. I haven't found anything better as far as that threshold of meeting the IFRA standard and like not super expensive. This is the only one I found that meets that threshold of the IFRA standard and is like budget. Like it's a really good price. I think this bottle is like 40 bucks or maybe 50 bucks, and I can make this bottle last 3 months easily. They include in the box this little pipette right here, which basically you're just gonna put in your bottle of fragrance oil, squeeze it, and then transfer it into there. It's really, really easy. Another thing is this thing looks pretty cool. It's not like a bad looking unit. It has like this wooden stand. I don't know if it's, I mean, it kind of feels like real wood maybe. It also has this light at the bottom. See that light glowing in there? At night, that would look pretty cool, I bet you. But yeah, I'd say for 80 bucks is a pretty good deal. Again, I'll link this down below. It'll be an Amazon affiliates link. So if you click it, I do get a commission. It costs you the same either way. But it does make it easier for you to find it. These are kind of hard to find on Amazon, but you can try. If you don't want to click the affiliate link, you can just type in like Waterless, Diffuser, Glass, maybe something like that might come up. You could try that, but they're a little bit difficult to find. Like this video if it was helpful for you, and then any questions you have, throw them in the comment section down below, and I will try to get back to you. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Bye.